I can't do it. It's no good. I can't do it.
Die! Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
I don't understand why they gave the Metal Gear Rex a raw.
Foolish man. He prayed for death.
I guess this is a little Easter egg for call him Rex after the dinosaur.
Yourself. Die!
Oh, he can't hit me when I'm this close. Oh. I'm low. I don't have any more rations. I did it!
Snake, I'll crush you into dust.
I did it, you guys! I was this close to dying! But I did but then I took out my MLG mode. I activated MLG mode and I win with this little health. Win the MLG swag, bitches. I avenge Grey Fox.
Sleeping late as usual. A snake. Liquid, you're still alive. I won't die as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I am done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us.
Woo! Need a
A
stretch.
world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then, we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
We're all clones, Snake. Yeah, right. Like you didn't know. Well, he's gonna tell you now.
That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
It's very hot in here right now.
Combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were
You wonder how
accomplices in
Metal Gear
murder
Solid
before
would be
the
how
day
it'd
we
be in a
were
movie.
even
I can
born.
tell you this already. Metal Gear Solid series is
So it was
already
you
a
and
movie.
I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly
In
the
themselves
same
as a game.
DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed. To create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted into the members of the next generation Special Forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers, with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments! 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the genome soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We are on the verge of extinction.
What? Whoa.
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The genome soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you!
Meryl!
Meryl! Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
No! We have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Gotta do a coding call while my hands are tied.
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Meryl was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all?
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
Well,
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike.
time to fist fight.
You stole everything from me. Only your death can satisfy me. Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine. But you'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate at the precise moment of her death.
So when her heart starts beating, right?
If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you fall. At this height, it will kill even you. Have at you, Snake.
Oh no! Only have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Let me call.
Snake?
Let me do some calls first, yeah?
Don't give up.
I'm not playing to. Campbell. Damn it, Campbell. Oh yeah, he's gone. Nastasia.
Snake, it is just you and Liquid now. There is no advice I can give you. Trust yourself. You have got to win.
Otacon, I want your input.
If you look like you're about to fall off the back of Rex, press any button rapidly. You'll be able to climb up more quickly.
How do you know about my controls? Okay, let's do this. Battle time. Oh, I'm... You're not good at fighting, Liquid. I'm not good at fighting either, so we're kind of even there. What are you doing, Snake?
What's wrong, Snake?
I'm drunk. You poisoned me with alcohol, didn't you?
Nice shot! Better hurry. It's going to blow!
Can't fight. Oh.
What's wrong, Snake? What's wrong, Snake?
Damn it!
Better hurry! It's going to blow!
It's just that all my hits doesn't hit. It's like the first hit is like hit, and the second hit is like, oh, I missed. It gives him an open window to hit me. Invisibility frames.
Have at you, Snake! What's wrong, Snake?
You're cheating, hexing whore! See, my second hit doesn't hit.
Nice shot!
Get over here! That's right, bitch! Woo! Victory spin!
You're out of time!
You see this shit? If my second hit doesn't hit, he gets like a full window of attack. Invisibility frames too strong, calling hexes here.
Have at you, Snake.
What's wrong, Snake?
What's wrong, Snake? Hit me, bro!
Nice shot!
Oh. Come on, Snake! I'll join you!
Out of time!
I did it! I'm strong! You didn't even give me kiss!
Meryl. Meryl?
Are you alive? Yeah!
Snake, is that you? Snake, oh, you're alive! Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Well, Meryl hasn't met Johnny yet.
Made me feel closer
Well,
to you.
kinda.
I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
It's an icon.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl.
I wanted to... the sex thing, you know?
That's my Kodak.
Oh, it's Otacon.
Snake, it's me.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No. It's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But...
unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past.
Let's do gay
Life
sex.
isn't all about loss, you know. Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks? Well, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Before you leave,
Snake.
kiss me. Oh, by the way, Snake, I'll be waiting at the end of the tunnel so we can get
What
a
about
kiss.
him? Where's Otacon?
Otacon? Otacon? Otacon. It's Otacon.
Right now. With his old
Otacon.
self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah. And I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Meryl.
Yeah, that didn't break my back.
Meryl. It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene.
Meryl, now it's not time for jokes about your weight. Let's go.
Too bad.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
What about you?
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up.
What about you, Meryl? Should you get some clothes too?
Hurry.
You. Oh, she found a vest.
Looking good, Snake.
But aren't you gonna be cold around the arms then? I mean, a vest can do so much, but the arms gotta be cold.
Hurry.
Oh, I have no items. Oh wait, rations. Yoink.
I'll drive.
Okay.
Damn, a surveillance camera.
You stupid bitch!
Damn, no keys.
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
All right, keys.
I don't have any guns.
I got it, Snake. Jump in. Fire that shotgun with your weapon button. Shoot him, Snake. Snake, hold on.
Well, I kind of wish they do end up together, but because of the thing that Snake has, he ages a lot faster than Meryl does. Which is explained in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Uh-oh, Snake. Check it.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path. Okay, Snake, let's go. We're not out of the woods yet.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path.
I'm trying, but the aiming on this thing is hard. Yeah, but I only have one ration left. I'm gonna die. Shell woman.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet!
Liquid!
I fell off the Metal Gear that should have killed me, but I'm still okay to drive. How can I aim like this? Give me some kind of crosshair so I can see what the fuck I'm shooting at. Invisibility gene's too strong. That luck, I was almost dead.
Meryl, are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Meryl, can you move?
It's no good. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
I can't see him either.
Liquid's dead.
Nope. Wrong again, brother.
Snake!
I'm gonna kiss you now, Snake. And there's nothing you can do about it. Your lips are mine, Snake. Forget about Otacon. Fuck! Your lips, Snake. Ugh.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it,
If it's
Snake.
bombed to pieces. Look. Check it out. Just look here.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded, The F-117s and the B-2 Spirits have returned to the base.
The place never
Once
get
again,
bombed.
I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry.
So as the base
kept
gets
a lot of
bombed,
things from you.
Metal Gear
It's
Rex
okay,
is still
Colonel.
intact.
Snake,
Otacon lives.
I'm not a colonel.
Blah.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger.
That's not Meryl. That's Otacon.
You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching
It's a
over to
PlayStation
Naomi.
1 game, but you can get it on
Snake,
to your
it's me.
PS3 via the PlayStation
Naomi.
Store.
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you.
Gotta fill you with lies!
Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe. Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since
Well, I have, but I haven't completed
like a ghost.
the Metal Gear Solid
A
2.
ghost looking for a place
I always
to
play
die.
like the first half, but I never like finished it. So I really need to get through that.
Naomi.
Ask Left
Liquid
Behind the
died from
Legacy,
Fox
so
Die
it
too.
contains Metal Gear
What
Solid
about
2.
me?
So
When am I gonna go?
next week probably we're gonna do
That's up to
Metal Gear
you.
Solid 2
What do you mean?
till I complete it
Everybody
maybe.
dies
I don't
when
know
their
how long
time's
this
up.
game is. I mean,
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you. Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny. You must mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether or not you're
Is
in the
Raiden
Fox
dead in
type
Metal Gear
isn't
Solid 5? He's
important.
probably not even born
The
yet.
important thing is that you choose life.
Metal Gear Solid 5 happens,
And then live.
it's about the big boss, so it's kind of like in the past now.
Don't worry, I'm going to choose life too.
Well, in Metal Gear 5, not now.
Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from here on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children.
What the f- How could
Living
Mei
is a
Ling
link to the
spot a
future.
snowmobile that's in a cave?
That's how all life works. Loving each other.
Campbell said like,
teaching
oh,
each
Mei Ling spotted a snowmobile from the
That's how
satellite.
it can change the world.
Satellite photos. How? It's in a fucking
I
cave.
finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Oh look, I found a bandana. It somehow gives you
Until today,
infinite
I've
ammo.
lived only for myself.
Who'd have thought?
Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name's David.
Okay. So where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find
And
it?
then Metal Gear 2 happened.
I know we'll find it.
And we were
What are
never
those?
together in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life.
But we'll meet
Spring
again in
moves.
Metal Gear Solid 4, where I'm old
Rusty.
and shit. Because of nanomachines.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope.
And Merle will be like an
I've
older
lived here
adult.
a long time.
Still kinda hot.
But Alaska has never looked more beautiful.
But I'll be an
Sky,
old, wrinkly
sea,
old man.
The caribou, and most of all, you.
I think I'm gonna like this new life.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
Here's the thing. There's Metal Gear Solid for whatever console there was. No, not Metal Gear, for whatever console there was. Then we have Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake for the same thing. And Metal Gear for the NES. Then we have Metal Gear Solid, which is this I'm playing now. We got Metal Gear Solid 2, which is for the PS2, where we play as Raiden. Which is a sequel to Metal Gear Solid. Then we have Metal Gear Solid 3, which is a prequel where you play as Big Boss before he was Big Boss. And he's Naked Snake. Metal Gear 4. Metal Gear Solid 4 is a sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2, where Snake is old man. Because of nanomachines. I think I'm gonna play Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. Then I'm gonna play 3 Peace Walker. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna go at it. I'll play Metal Gear Solid 1, then 2, then 4, then 3, and Peace Walker. And when Metal Gear 5 come out in less than a month, there comes that. No, Metal Gear 5 comes out in less than a month. Well, 3 and Peace Walker is a prequel to everything else that's happening. So I'm gonna save that like together later. Because if you're gonna go with the timeline, then I should have started with Metal Gear Solid 3. And like the older Metal Gear series, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which I'm not gonna play. So I'm gonna just follow the timeline, start with Metal Gear Solid 1, then 2, 4, and then I go to the prequel, the 3 and Peace Walker. Then then after that I'm gonna play Ground Zeroes and then Metal Gear Solid 5. Why is it called Metal Gear Solid 5 when it's Big Boss? Oh, well, never mind. Metal Gear Solid 3 is also about Big Boss. So. Saxon is going to sleep. Goodbye, Saxon. So see you next time. There's a little something after the credits if you want to stay for that. It's gonna be like Ocelot's gonna say something to the president. Oh no, I spoiled it. Woo! It's hot in here. Silver Spoon anime, hey? Okay. Okay, let's see. What is this Silver Spoon anime you talk about? Is it also manga? Because I could read that too. Final Fantasy 15. I have a problem with Final Fantasy 15. And the problem with the Final Fantasy 15 is the battle system. It still sucks. I still think it's horrible compared to what they could have made it to be. It's awful. I still think the battle system is awful. And when they updated the demo, it's still not really updated. They made something better, but the thing you do is still bad and awful. I don't like it. It's like playing Final Fantasy 13, that's also awful. It also had an awful battle system. Okay, I should look up Silver Spoon anime. Oh, there's an anime for Silver Spoon. I could read that.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important thing is that you choose life, and then live.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Yes, sir, I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Solidus Snake is the president? Oh, I got a score. Oh man, I got codename Leopard. And I got camera, stealth, and bandana. Woo! Look at that. Yes. Oh, red. Cool. What that means. So that was Metal Gear Solid. Well, the first Metal Gear Solid. BAM! So next week we're probably gonna play Metal Gear Solid 2. I don't know if I'm gonna live stream until I complete it, because I took like 7-8 hours to complete this with all the cutscenes. I mean, if I skipped all the cutscenes and the cinematics, I could probably complete it in less time. If I load and play again, I will have the bandana and the stealth. Oh, I should stop the recording. So everyone who's watching this on YouTube, hope you enjoyed that.